we're going to talk a little bit about ready, set, go. And that has not to start a race or anything. It's about being ready to go in case a fire breaks out. So what do we know about that?
Well, I think it started, all the different communities had different ways and different levels of notifying folks when a fire approached, when to evacuate. And so I think it's at the state or national level they came up with this ready, set, go.
Right.
And I think it's state level because each state is slightly different. But so Arizona came up with ready, set, go, where ready means you need to start getting stuff together. Make sure you know where all your important papers are. Make sure you have everything, your medicines. Make sure if you have animals, you know what you're going to do with them. And set then is in the forest. I think that's going to be the first notification we get. If you live in Forest Lakes or if you're up here on the weekends, it is assumed you're in ready mode. And I don't think we'll ever get a ready command. I think it's an implied that ready is the standard norm. You should know all the stuff for your ready should be already taken care of. Like we saw last summer, the first command we got was set. And what that means is that there is a fire, it's close, it could cause damage to the community, and now's the time to get everything that's in your ready orientation or area of gathering and get ready, get it set, get it loaded up. If you live in a certain area, you can sign up for emergency 911 and you'll get a text message on your phone that says set command or go command. But they also do it based on towers. So the tower here, if you're camping in this area and have a cell phone, if you're in that area of that tower, you will get that command as well.
So that's those emergency alerts that come to our phone that everybody turns off because we don't want to listen to them. But you're saying if you're in the when you're in the Forest Lakes area, it's a good idea to have those on.
So they'll give a set command, and there are different designation regions. And Forest Lakes is split into two regions, above the 260 and below the 260. And I don't know if those are the right numbers, but it's so that they thought Forest Lakes was big enough that they wouldn't want to give the command to everybody at the same time in case it caused a jam on 260. But once they give that go command, you should go.
We don't need to wait for them to come knock on our door or the fire department to run through the neighborhood and say, hey, everybody get out, get out, get out. Just go. Take it up upon yourself to leave.
Right.
But is there an evacuation protocol other than that? Is there a route that we should be taking versus not? Because obviously there's only a couple ways into the community, and will there be personnel on the 260 saying, go toward Heber or go toward Payson?
There will be. In fact, a lot of that information will be clarified in the CWPP.
So all the more reason why that's...
So that was one of the things in the CWPP is what are the routes out and what criteria do we use?
Yes, because are there alternative routes? Can we get out of the forest on the 99 road?
Exactly. And so that was the problem when they implemented this new text message go command. And so I think they're trying to get to a point now to realize when we say go, it means go. Don't wait. Now there's things that you can do or should do. You should mark your house somehow that lets the fire department know that it's evacuated.
Well, and that's the white cloth on the doorknob, correct? Yes.
So if they do that, then as they drive around the neighborhood, they can see that this person got the notification, the house is empty, we don't need to search it. And make sure, in case the fire is ripping through and they want to make sure that nobody loses their life, it's just property,
right?
Which replaceable.
Very much.
So I got concerned that we need a better way within Forest Lakes ourselves to augment the Ready, Set, Go system. And so as FLOA, we implemented this winter a phone tree. We put it up in the last meeting of FLOA at September. And we put it out to all the folks that attended and said, we need a better way to communicate. And one of the best suggestions that came back is like, why don't we go old school? Why don't we go phone tree? And we're going to try to bring that into the 21st century and bring text messaging in rather than picking up the phone and calling everybody. Luckily, we've only had a couple storms that we need to use it on. But that system, what we're going to do is create a phone tree for the neighborhood. So when the emergency comes and set and go commands come, especially when set comes, typically by the time a go command comes, you should know what you need to do and get out of the neighborhood. So what we want to do is have folks be able to talk to each other and very rapidly and only on emergencies. We want this to just be used for emergencies, but we want to find out who's here, who isn't here. If you are here, are you good to go? Do you need a hand getting out of the neighborhood? We've even tried to use it this winter as if a big storm comes through and somebody's power goes out or their heating goes out, they can notify other neighbors and other neighbors can come and give them a hand. Short of 911 calls, still call the fire department if you need 911. But if your power's out and you're a little chilly, a lot of us have generators, put you up for the night. So
but it's neighbor helping neighbor.
It is. And so that's the intent with this new phone system we're going to try to implement. And so hopefully we get all the bugs or at least some of the attributes that we want to have nailed down by the May meeting. So the first FLOA meeting we can announce that we're going to implement this and this is what it's going to look like and get it neighborhood wide. And so that folks can have quick access to information. So everybody's not trying to call chief at the same time or McKeever, because those guys are going to be busy.
I think it's going to be very helpful. And for me, that somebody's here all the time, or at least majority of the time.
Most of the time.
It's going to be great to be able to have that as a resource so that, you don't feel like you're here by yourself.
Right. In fact, I do make that, I have that list of who, we have a form in the post office that folks filled out. I took that list, I do that for the fire department, so I took that list, I gave it to the fire department, so we know when we need to do welfare checks, where folks are if we get a heavy storm. Those are the places we're going to check first.
For sure. Like I said, it's neighbor helping neighbor, it's also, it's just looking out for each other, and I think that is, when you talk to people that live here, and live here more than just weekends. One of the reasons that they're here is because we do have that sense of community. We have that that helping each other.
We want to develop a community where you feel safe and wanted, and that's a kind of a neat thing.
So lots of great things that are coming up in the future.